because women suck at math. And,
Jesus Christ. You know, I was actually thinking of showing my mom this shit. And that's gone out the fucking window.
Fucking brutal. For no reason. Unprovoked. Just being a general
It's
dick.
never provoked. It's never provoked.
God damn.
Can we just get off? I feel like John. Can we just get on with it?
Alright, hey.
Please.
Hey. Okay. You also notice perception check.
You had turn, Speed Racer. It's my turn.
You guys notice that there's coconuts in this tree.
Wait, fucking forward. Hey!
The first thing you notice, Rolun,
That's pretty good.
there is a copper piece right here in the water.
But is that a copper piece or a copper scale?
It could be a copper scale.
Oh shit, that makes me want it even more.
Alright, Rolun heals the donkey. Get on up in there now! And the donkey fucking dashes for what it believes is a piece of cat.
What the fuck are you having me do? I didn't say I wanted to do this.
Are you gonna bail off the side of the donkey? Because the donkey's gone.
I have control of this thing.
Ride check.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Sollyn sidesteps the donkey.
Well, if it just starts charging or some shit, I'm gonna jump off of it.
Alright, well first do a ride check and then we'll get to the dexterity check.
Okay. Mine's my acrobat's -6. Hell.
You might be encumbered.
I'm in robes.
He's a dwarf.
How much shit are you carrying?
They're born encumbered.
Because dwarves don't suffer encumbrance penalties to speed,
Alright,
but they still do to
I can't
stamina.
handle this length of delay, for God's sake.
What the fuck am I carrying the waste?
How the fuck do you have
Do you,
20?
do you have a modifier on your inventory for your bag? If not, then it's going to say you're encumbered.
You're
'Cause
probably
carrying more shit.
You're probably medium weight, heavy
It's
weight.
saying I'm carrying 420 pounds of shit, and I'm not.
You need to fix that.
Oh, probably because of your money. You know, money weighs. So if you're carrying.
Yeah, do you have all of that shit in
Yeah,
your
but
fucking...
that's in a bag.
Well, it still calculates it. Oh,
Well, how do I put it
Yeah.
in a bag?
You just have to add the weight of the bag is the only way, unfortunately. It sucks. It's like a shit solution. Just
either
whatever
way,
it can
It
hold.
doesn't matter. Kyle, you notice the donkey get excited over something stupid, and Rolun just slaps it upside the head. And
Don't do that shit.
you don't do shit unless you're given something for it. And the donkey like nods, like yes, Rolun. And then
Yes, I am learning.
Rolun also notices up
Is
here.
it this thing that's slightly different shade from the map?
Shut the fuck. Yeah. Yes. You also notice that there's a sign here, Rolun, with some grass. It's Easter grass. It's not real. And there's a sign there with writing upon it. You also notice that these are stone, and they're coming out of the ground. They're not man-made, or if they are, they're man-made to be non-man-made in appearance.
I want to look at the sign.
You
Rolun,
are looking
remember
at the
this
sign.
isn't
That's how
your
the fuck
walk.
you saw it.
I'm gonna go stand in the shade here. I'll be back. Let me know when you're done.
He just wants to go look.
In the dark of the bay.
Fucker, you're one of the students that has to do this shit.
No, I'm not. I came on as
Yes,
a...
you know.
Yes, you are.
To
Yep,
get
yep.
credit as this being a walk, you have to be part of the walk, not as a leader of the walk.
Guys, look, a sign.
Oh, where?
Guys.
Where's the sign?
Right there.
Over. It is.
Alright, I'm gonna go check it out. Now just remember, be very careful, because we don't know what could be happening here. And just so everybody knows, I did some reading about this. And Doad did too, right, Doad? Doad shrugs. And you gotta be very careful. Don't open your senses too much to the magic, because there's a lot here and it can overwhelm you. Okay. Oh yeah. Alright, follow him, guys.
What the fuck is making me carry this much?
I feel bad for Willow.
It's the shit in your
Why?
pants.
I love Willow.
It's
my favorite
looks like a young
characters.
Benedict Cumberbatch, Seamus.
Oh, that was miscellaneous. Right?
Yes. That's who
Oh.
it
Yeah,
reminds
yes.
me of. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Mhm.
I've been trying to figure it out for like
Okay.
what,
All right.
6 hours now.
All right, so Rolun is done to Tate Chell, and we're gonna hang out over here in the shade.
Okay. He's just sitting under the tree. You got some coconuts.
He's gonna tile the donkeys to this big
Noad.
this this big pillar right here.
That's kind of a flat, round stone, but okay.
It's still getting tight. God damn it!
All right.
You have
strength
angered the
check.
Pillarmen.
Strength check.
Straight to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of a C and B.
Your donkey refuses to move.
Well, then isn't that handle animal?
Well,
No, with the donkey.
you can try to handle animal, but I'm
No,
telling you
with a
right now,
donkey.
unless you got something to bribe this motherfucker with, he is subtype dwarf.
What the fuck?
He's a pygmy donkey.
You rid him for 6 days. Roland, he has learned.
And the Jew is rubbed off.
Katrina hasn't even learned yet.
That's because she hasn't had any physical contact with him.
Yep.
I'm going to the bathroom. You fuckers.
Alright.
Ted Magic. I'm
God
done
damn
with this.
Roland says to the students,
Yeah, I'm going to the
I'm done
bathroom.
with this.
So Roland says, I'm going to
Wanders
the
off to the-
bathroom. You guys do whatever. Then he goes off to the tree.
No.
Drops
Fuck you.
his drawers. Fucking just squats there right next to Chell. And Chell watches with curiosity. Waiting to see
That's
what
how
comes out
people
this
do it.
time.
Curiosity and horror.
And Chell's like, how much change are we going to get this time, Roland? Okay.
it's like a
Alright,
vending machine.
alright. I'm done. I'm going to the bathroom.
Sullen.
You were just complaining about how you haven't done
Shut up.
anything.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Alright, Sullen. You get up to the sign with Willow. Do you speak Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Alright, because if you didn't, we got a problem. Do you speak
Not only do I
Anna
speak it, I read it too, which is going to help more for the sign, I
Do
feel.
you speak Anna Dillon?
Where's John's magical misc thing? I can tell you I don't, but I'm going to make it wait for me to do it anyways.
That's... You should put low infernal.
Is it not so? Oh, sorry, yeah.
Okay.
No, I speak true and
When the fuck did you learn it?
you know.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Oh wow, you don't
In the
speak
meantime.
Caldoran either. Okay, alright. So you see, you can read 1/3 of this sign. And it says,
I'm
warning.
back.
It says, warning. Or, no. It says restricted, and then underneath it says, this lake is, under Eclipsian Lyceum governance, and they do start the word 3 times. And
somebody was confused as fuck when they were writing this sign.
governance. I just aspiring to be a rapper. Okay, and it says extremely dangerous. Seriously.
Boy, this is seriously dangerous.
For real, bro.
Okay.
Oh.
And of course, Will is like, let's go for a swim.
After you.
Willow and they immediately get to work. They're actually quite serious with their job. And they're like, okay, Sollyn, so here's what we got to do, since you're actually pretending to be on this wall, too.
He is, or else I'm going to fucking hit him with my mage hand.
I
Alright.
am pretending to be on this walk, Uncle's right.
All right, hold on. I know what I'm saying always.
You just don't know how you're saying.
All right, we got a problem. They don't have a discombobulator. The icons.
Alright. Oh
Roland
yeah,
has to-
Roland had him in his bed. He give them to y'all.
All right, so
He ain't getting up. Y'all come to him.
clock. We're having some weird shit happening here. All right.
Soul's very tempted just to
Discombobulator.
web Rolun and drag him into the water.
Okay, so we got this weird, strange discombobulator. How many did I say you had?
4.
4. That's what I thought. Okay. So essentially, here's what you got to do. You got to set them up. You got to activate them all magically, like. They have to be all.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Sorry, cut out there for a second. You're good now.
Okay. They have to all be within 50 feet of each of another. They have to be chained. They don't have to be all within the 50 feet of each other. And they have to be within 50 feet of the shoreline. All of them. Okay. All right. So they cannot be closer than 25 feet. So I think you're actually all right here. I think you got enough space. What are you doing? What's so funny? All right, I don't care.
What's Tucker?
Uh-huh. You shut way up.
Okay. So, and you gotta activate it. Takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes and an Arcana check, and then you gotta let nothing fuck with it, because it's extremely fragile. It's gotta be stable. No vibrations can happen while it's working, and it has to work for several hours. And there's a high likelihood that it will piss off all the spirits of nature.
Cool.
Okay.
Fuck those guys.
Alright, so should we just spread it out along the shoreline, is what they're asking, or should there be some type of pattern or design or plan to this, or does it really not matter?
Is there any specific magic that says there has to be a plan?
Nope.
Okay, then just, keep them sort of not in the water, but close enough.
Okay. La da da da.
Or maybe over here near Rolun.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, okay, alright. Are they 50 feet within each other? Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Yep.
do they all have to be within 50 feet of all of the others, or just
Just
another?
the one. And they can't be closer than 25 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. You got her. You're set. Alright. So, Sollyn, you can go to 1 and do the magic there. Willow will go to 1. They ask who else wants to do it. Doad does not jump up and volunteer. Verlo does.
Doad doesn't have a name underneath his token. Also, he's
He never
squished.
fucking does. He never
He's not.
fucking does.
He's not too expressive with that.
It's like people to know his name.
And Estrella's gonna do it here. Okay. Doad will just stand here.
Does anything weird happen if Chell plays in the water? Does she turn into fire or something?
You think it's perfect? What's too late? She's already in the water, bitch.
Yeah, no, I put her there. I'm just wondering if something happens.
Nope.
Okay. Well, she's just gonna swim and play in the sand.
Okay. All right. Spellcraft or knowledge arcana. I mean, Sollyn.
Let's see. A discombobulator. I remember studying these. Sorta.
Yeah. A Menatra discombobulator. Not to be confused with the Sinatra discombobulator.
Which just blasts jazz music backwards.
Yeah, it's a fucking jukebox. Okay. Oh my god. My fucking knee is aching all of a sudden for some reason. Alright,
It's gonna snow.
let's see. Alright, that's plenty good. Alright. Everybody's gets theirs up, and now you guys just sit and wait. It's quite simple. Sitting on the dock of the bay.
Well,
Alright.
Doad,
I will turn and look at you.
can you keep an eye on this? I'm gonna go study
on.
over here in the shade.
Okay. He nods. Steps up to it.
Sollyn sits down in the shade and begins to study the back of his eyelids.
Okay. And everybody kind of just kicks off and relaxes. It's like, okay, this is simple as shit. And then the Fate Keeper checks come in.
I'm here.
And then an army of golems appears.
I just want to make it clear I'm not asleep. It's very obvious I'm not asleep. I'm a good fucking walk master.
Will save. Do not fall asleep.
It's a little harsh.
Sollyn's also not asleep. He's just laying here.
Will save not to fall asleep.
I'm trying. There. Yeah.
Alright, you both are wide awake.
Plus 15? Jesus Christ.
Eat me.
Yeah, he's pure wizard pretty much.
Okay.
Plus I get a bonus.
Rolun.
Yeah.
Or Fate Keeper, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a 1 die 100. And keep it low, please.
And you know it has been all day, so.
Keep it high. Fuck.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, baby. We got 3 threes.
Hey guys, it's not below 25%.
Hey,
It
John.
don't matter. The 3 threes just usurp everything. It overrides the rest of the system.
What if it's just 99?
Exactly. Okay. Chell.
Son of a bitch.
You had to be in the water, Chell.
What else you gonna fucking do?
Chell? I'm gonna type something to Chell now, so everybody else
Oh
just-
wait.
Mhm.
Oh wait. Hang on. How do you do the thing?
What?
Oh, it's very simple. You just hit W, and then you go over to the numpad.
That's how
and
you do it. There you go. She's swimming around.
I'm so glad you did that. Okay. Chell gets a perception check.
The fuck is this?
Any fucking day, sweetheart. You fail. Okay. Another hour passes. 1 die 100, Fate Keeper.
Hey, I got about 50. First time tonight.
Okay.
Ooh, but that's 2 times 9 threes minus 3.
Stop it! Shut.
Which really, if you think about it, is just 2 times 4 threes minus 3.
That's pretty good. That's
Listen,
pretty
As
good.
someone who talks gibberish a lot, you're speaking some pretty bad gibberish.
Listen, alright, you can't just get crazy with it, alright? It's gotta be it's gotta be reasonable and logical. Uh-huh. Okay.
9 times 3 is
Alright,
27.
Sollyn auto fails his perception check because he said his eyes were closed.
Yep.
Okay.
He can still hear it though.
Alright.
He can still hear what they're looking at.
Chill gets another perception check. Duad gets a perception check.
Do what?
The watch staring at that goddamn box. He has
wad.
been unblinking for the
Oh,
past
son
hour.
of a bitch! Chill, please don't
What?
fuck. Oh,
It's fucking 19.
oh no!
Roll again.
Uncle, what does she see?
Roll again.
Oh shit! I'm rolling. Hang on. Oh no! Oh no!
Okay. Chill is swimming, and she gets confused of what is up and what is down.
What?
She tries to come up. Does she breathe underwater?
Yes.
Are you sure?
She has the spell. Like ability.
What?
She has the spell like ability. Water
Well,
breathing.
She didn't cast it. Does she naturally breathe air or water? Alright. She went to come up for air, and she went down. And she's gotten a face full of mud, and now she's all discombobulated. Just kind of like the man over there.
Can't she just use the spell? She needs to use the spell.
No. Now she must make a survival check to find her way to the surface or die from drowning. She's going to drown in 1 foot of water.
She could just use the spell. She has the Smith the Spike ability.
she's panicked.
It's true.
It's part of her. She can just do it.
She has mud in her nose.
Can't argue with that logic.
Hang on a minute.
No hanging.
Oh no, she can't breathe underwater. Yes, she can.
All
Yes,
right,
she can.
so she's freaked out over nothing. She's a dumb bitch.
Just she has the aquatic subtype to breathe underwater.
Okay.
Yeah,
She's got mud
true.
in her, she's got mud in her nose.
God damn it.
She comes up, and she's blind. She's got mud
Wait.
in her eyes, and in her nose.
I have a question.
Okay.
If she's aquatic, she can breathe underwater.
Uh-huh.
Does she have water breathing ability?
To give to her wizard master.
But Nitsies aren't normally familiars. That's a
To
thing.
give to other people.
Yeah.
So is she? So she's freaking out. So Rolun freaks the fuck out too. He's like, "Oh shit!
Yes.
Ah, son of a bitch!"
You feel her emotion, and you see her suddenly start splashing around as she gets confused. And she thought she was up when she was really down. Or down when she was whatever. Okay. Other ways, this hour was a complete fucking loss. 1 die 100.
Okay.
Next hour. Oh wait, no. Roland got a perception check.
I did.
Oh no. You didn't score high enough.
Maybe I did. I even roll.
1 die 100. I'm rolling for everybody. This is an abbreviated. We're speeding this shit up. You may not notice it because we're still going the same rate of movement.
We're still at the same speed.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. 58. What did we roll last time? 57.
57.
Okay.
Great improvement.
Sollyn auto fails. Chel's too far away, and Doad sees everything but says nothing. Okay.
It's true.
It's true.
If it's not trying to kill everyone, he probably would say nothing.
So, okay, is this like standing up and then like curves down here, or is this just falling over?
Falling over.
Okay.
This is standing up.
That's why there's a shadow.
Is that rock?
That is rock. I said that for the first things.
No, I know.
I thought it was rather stupid of me to say it, but now I realize it was required.
I thought you were talking about this thing.
In fact,
this
you should have said
shit.
it twice.
Oh, this.
Okay.
Is this stuff rock?
Suddenly, Roland, your peaceful relaxation along the tropical coast of the Tontury Lake is interrupted with "Oh!"
What the fuck was that?
That was Willow.
Oh, okay. Well, he freaked out. So
She spotted a starfish. Okay. Sollyn fails. Chel's too far away now. Rolling. That's it, and Willow saw that. Okay. That hour is a complete loss. Alright, you guys only got 2 more hours to fucking have anything special happen.
what are we supposed to be fucking seeing?
Nothing. Just your death, which is about to come.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. 1 die 100, please. Next hour. Yes!
No, John, no!
Yes.
You piece of shit.
How else are you supposed to experience, Tucker?
By doing what we're told to do, John. By doing what we're told to do.
This is just 4 3s plus 1, which is 1 3 above 3 3s. Okay.
I didn't ask this. Let that be known.
Nobody gets a perception check this time. Willow's playing with a starfish. Sollyn's sleeping. Doad's playing with himself. And Chel's, I'm not sure what the hell fuck she's doing at this point. She's still trying to wash the mud out of her nose. Okay. The fact that she panicked and snorted inward just made it worse. Okay.
She can breathe.
She can't breathe
Was she-
mud.
She had a moment of panic when a freaking thing of seaweed got up her nose.
Yeah. She thought it was a
Shit happens,
mudfish.
man.
That's not canon, though. It's mud.
Mudfish, 1 die 100.
Yeah.
Last hour for you to find out something greatness. You all suck! I've given you like 6 1 die 100s to get it above fucking like 60.
Yeah, dude.
Roll one more time.
You're lucky I'm rolling above.
Roll one more time. Just roll
No.
for me.
That's high enough. That's high enough for you to. I'm gonna give Chell another chance because she's fucking got the mud out of her face.
She wants some perception again.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. She notices that nothing important. Okay. At the end of that 6 hours, you guys got the nice relaxation. You hear ding. Means one of them is done. And then a minute later, you hear ding. And a minute later, you hear ding ding. As the last two finish. And that's it. Congratulations, you just finished your first walk, Sollyn. How do you feel? Your second walk, technically. But your first walk as an acolyte, with acolytes.
If you say this is boring, I'm gonna bitch slap you so fucking hard you're gonna be scene 8.
Okay.
What?
I'm just glad we lived.
Yeah.
You and me both.
Alright. You guys get up and you pack carefully. Now must everybody must do a dexterity check not to drop the discombobulators.
They just go in my set.
Alright, Rolun must do 4 dexterity checks.
But they're in the set.
They ain't now. That's where you're putting them.
You have to put them in there.
Here,
You
Roland,
have to
let me
handle
put them
them at some
away.
point to put them away.
He'll hold the sack open and he'll...
You've got pudgy fingers.
You pudgy fingers! Fuck you! Alright, fine. Alright, whatever. Just... He'll hold it open. He doesn't care.
This is a fight for your life, Rolun. Sollyn, if
He
you
puts it in there so good!
if you drop it.
Oh shit!
Alright. Sollyn's like, see, this is so simple. And then he almost drops it.
And then Roland just takes it and puts it in. Stop it.
And it's so freaky that Doa turns around.
No, he doesn't. Don't lie to us.
Okay. Alright. As everybody packs up to leave, good job. You actually, guys, you did great. You did what you needed to do. Anybody that wants to do one last perception check may do so. Since everybody's up and active. It's your choice. But just remember, some things cannot be unseen.
Oh my fucking god. That's typical Roland. What about chill? Oh, okay. What about that shit? What about that?
Okay.
Oh, you roll same as me.
Chill. We'll notice that actually that can hold on. Okay.
We're holding.
One die, 2 fakey. That could be one of 2 things. It's high enough for both. You're not seeing both. Fuck you.
Is it the
Chill's-
lot?
She's got mud in her left eye, so.
Is it the Loch Ness dragon?
Son of a bitch, don't let away all my secrets.
It's literally a dragon graveyard, so...
Yeah.
Hey, that gives me an idea.
Dragon stool just pops out, winks at you, and just
Alright.
floats back in.
Cho notices that with all her playing around the water, she notices that out in the water, a good 194 feet.
Nice.
She's smart cookie. Except when she's swimming. And she notices that there's an island out there. About a foot above water level. And she sees something out there on the ground. It looks like a white I can't think of anything.
White what?
It looks like a white tree.
Dragon's egg.
A white tree that has fallen on its side is laying on the ground.
Does she mean this one?
Which one?
No, it's a lot further than that, dude.
No.
It's like, he said 194 feet out.
Hey,
Oh.
he has trouble
That's-
counting to 2, alright? So this is big numbers to him.
Well, excuse me, but these fucking planes have been spliced together. I don't want to hear it. Okay. Well.
Okay. So, other than just curiosity, there's really nothing special to notice, other than she thinks it may be a wild animal. Because it has this weird shape. It's shaped like a white tree. I can't think of anything.
On its side?
It's like a white walrus that's laying flat.
What about a snake? Does it look like a snake?
It's like a walrus on a diet.
What? So a seal?
Yeah, so it's you. That was good.
No,
That was good.
it's bigger but thinner.
Sea lion. Manatee? Chill, you're in the water all the time.
No, it's on the land. It's on the land. It looks like a white. Shut up! I'm thinking. A white. A white. White tree. Inside.
We've done it, everyone. We've done it. We found the thing that has defeated Uncle. It is
Can we just-
describing this object.
Alright, so. The question is she gonna care enough to fucking say anything? It might be a belly-crawling creature. We'll just leave it at that.
I think she would think to mention it because it's interesting and she thinks things are interesting.
Okay. Roll them.
Roll them?
Have at it, Roland. Let me hear what happens.
What are you talking about?
Give me some flavor! And give me some love.
What does Chill tell Rowan?
That's what I'm asking you!
You don't ever make us voice our own familiars?
You've only been doing it for months now.
No!
Kyle, I know you know nothing about this game.
Okay.
But even you knew this, right?
Well, you used to voice all the time. I'm not.
A lot of times you do it. I don't know.
Son
I mean,
of a
but we
bitch.
have done it ourselves before.
We have done it ourselves though,
Yeah,
and
but I don't
frequently.
do it for Chill. I've never done it
Because
for
you
Chill.
don't speak it all for yourself.
You don't speak for Roland either, but that doesn't mean the
I'm
guy
sorry,
doesn't
that
have
was-
a voice.
That's not true. That
Alright,
was harsh.
alright, Chell comes
Tucker,
over.
I'm sorry.
Roland! There's a white tree out there. And Roland says, ah! And, okay. And you guys pack up.
What tree? Can I perception to try and see it?
Nope.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Do you get any closer, or do you just stand there?
Oh, I'm okay. Look, I'm trying to multitask.
Apparently, you can't single task.
You know what? No, that's the wrong way. Look.
Oh my god. He's an acrobat.
And he'll look over there. Oh my fucking god!
Did you get
Are
that
you
in your eye?
kidding me? Oh my god!
It's not a botch, is it? Nope.
No. You guys suck.
I'm pretty sure Shell's just seeing things.
You
Me
guys
too.
see it.
All
You know
been
what?
rolling shit tonight.
Rolun, you see an
Oh,
island
God.
out there. It's about 480 feet out.
Uh-huh.
Sollyn, you see an island out there about 194 feet out. And you see a white tree lying on its side with white limbs and white roots.
That's just a tree chill. And Rolun.
Doad shakes his head but says nothing.
Alright, let's go. This is a shit show. Fucking.
What the
I'm
fuck
done.
happened to the third donkey?
And this dragon graveyard full
You
of
did
bones.
something.
That's just a tree.
Oh my god, that's a fucking mystery. You guys
All
come
right.
back and the third donkey has been stolen.
Oh, come on! This was supposed to be a simple walk. Not the start of an action movie.
What happened to Gary?
Of course she named it.
And Doad turns around.
He's the new Gareth.
He just inverts.
He's the new Gareth.
Okay.
He just inverts.
That is freaky. What the fuck happened to my donkey?
Don't know.
What did you do?
Don't know.
It just
Wife
disappeared.
Don't know.
Oh my fucking
I'm
god.
Did
looking
you
for
accidentally
it.
delete the token?
I'm checking everywhere else for it. Maybe put it on one of these other maps. I don't know.
I gave the
Did you stack
donkey.
the two tokens on top of each other?
No. I
It would
just
look
checked.
worse than that. Worse than just this. Okay. Well,
Alright, it don't matter. Gary.
I want to go see the thing.
Gary, you didn't see it the fucking first 5 times. You ain't seen it this time.
Okay. Well, if I literally can't see it, then fine.
Everybody panics for about 20 minutes, and then Gary returns chewing cud.
Donkeys don't do that.
This one
Alright, he
does.
comes back chewing tobacco.
There you go. Perfect.
Alright.
Alright. He had to go get his fix.
Yep.
Okay. You guys loaded up the carts. You guys are ready to haul out.
I
Doad
can't
points
see
to
the
5
thing.
different things that might be curious, but nobody notices because he never speaks. Okay. The donkeys turn around.
Like they milled through the What is it?
And you
Calm
guys,
down.
as you guys start traveling away, how can you fail so many checks in a row? You guys
You
suck.
tell me! You tell me!
It's pretty incredible.
It
We've been
really
rolling
is.
pretty shit tonight. I'm glad there's nothing, like
Okay.
life-threatening happening.
Boom. The end
Damn it.
of that. I can't believe I made a map for that.
Wait, that was supposed to be a map? That's an insult to all the other maps.
Hey, you. Shut the fuck up. Okay. And then we're going to go to Kurtal.
Oh,
Kurtal,
come
you're on the map to end all maps.
It's a bunch of flowers.
Okay. You tried to catch... Are you there, Kurtal? Speak, Kurtal. Speak.
Right here, dude.
You are so well trained. Okay.
Fuck,
What a
man.
douchebag.
Okay, Kurtal, you're sick. You're nauseated. Sugarcane done Ralphed. You're lying on the balcony, the patio, the platform. You're in first world. You got adaptation sickness. You might die. Give me a will save. See how long it takes you to adapt. Let's see if Katrina does it the first time. Nope, nope. Alright. Congratulations. Kurtal, you did not succeed. Watch Poogie adapt. Alright. Sugarcane's gonna adapt. Okay. Nobody adapts. Namuin does. Okay.
Kind of an unfair standard, considering he doesn't have much to adapt to.
That's true. You do realize that if you close your eyes, you feel better. It's kind of strange. It's kind of like how sticking your finger in your belly button stops seasickness. Okay.
I have never heard that before.
Me either.
I just thought that was just to feel nice.
It is, but
Jesus.
We're all into different things.
God, I think you put a goddamn finger in your belly when
hold
he feels
on, I gotta
good.
stick my
What
finger in
the
my belly button.
I
and
thought
see.
that was just to feel fulfilled as a person.
Alright, I just stuck my finger in my belly button and I'm missing nothing, okay? So, alright. If you've never done that, folks, you ain't missing nothing either. And just by the
Says
way,
the man who likes to stick his underwear in the freezer.
there's nothing weird about that. Listen,
Yes, there is!
do you know what microbes are, okay? Because I don't. But there are
I
things
imagine if
that,
they existed.
there are things that grow in your underwear that mere washing does not get rid of. That's why Japanese people, they weave their underwear out of Clorox.
It's true.
The detergent?
Is it?
Yeah. That's why they're such small.
They weave the detergent.
Yes. Yeah. They also put vitamins in their underwear too, but that's a separate story.
That's not how that works. I'm sorry to tell you.
But if you freeze it, those microbes die. They can't handle the temperature. So washing doesn't clean your underwear. It just cleans the dirt off, but it doesn't clean the things growing on your testicles.
But Uncle, here's the problem.
Plus, it feels good. Good God!
Uncle, but there's a problem. Here's the problem.
What?
You're still fucking weird for doing it.
I have to admit, I have concerned a few of my neighbors when I had them go get some pork chops out of the freezer. And they saw, like, human clothing in there. In fucking Ziploc bags. It's like... I ain't eating your pork chops.
They've been sitting next to you in your underwear.
That's what we call on page.
This pork chop tastes musky.
Yes. Okay. So, you're aware of that. Okay. Give me a 1 die 20, please, Fatekeeper, to see what happens to them within the first hour of them being in First World. Okay, first thing that happens is, Kurtal, you hear... That's the best impression I got. It's this blaring sound. It sounds somewhat like a call of some creature, but like a bull call or something, but not really. It's too high pitched and it's kind of strained, but yeah. And it seems to be coming from above you. Okay. So what have you been doing the first hour? Before that point, leading up to that point.
Trying to get in here. Get the others in there as well, I suppose.
Okay. Alright. You guys were able to do that. So when you hear it, you're inside. When you go inside, it's very sparse. There's a nice doorway, by the way, on that side. I don't know if you can see the overhang there. The awning, but it's on that side. So you go on that side and come in. And, alright. Once inside, it's very nice. There's a little bed there that is only about 6 inches off the floor. And it's strung with rope, silk rope. And then it's layered with cotton.
Yep. Get Namuin off my back and put him on the bed. Or on the table or whatever's in there.
Alright.
Just a surface.
There's a little wood stove and a little ottoman to put upon his feet. By the way, why do they call that an ottoman? Does anybody know? It seems a weird name for something you put your feet on.
I have an idea, but it's probably not PC.
I
Probably
think it's
from the
because they
Ottoman
used
Empire.
them in the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah,
Oh,
most likely. Don't quote me on it, but I mean that makes sense. Makes sense.
well, I was wondering why, with the Ottoman Empire. That probably makes sense. Because otherwise it would be strange. Okay.
Apparently, Ottoman, the furniture, is usually a larger version of what American English calls the Ottoman. We just call it the wrong fucking thing.
Well, that's
I mean,
not uncommon.
Actual ones are
course.
just a long sofa without a back.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Okay, so you guys also notice that when you're indoors, this helps. Except it does not make it go away entirely, but it does help tremendously. Okay. So you start to feel better. Then you hear the bull call. Something like that. What do you do? What the hell was that?
Who is looking the best out of all of us?
Nobody.
Well,
Namuin.
considering Katrina's just a delicate little flower, Kurtal's going to go to the window and look up to see if he can find the source of the noise.
Alright. You do see the source of the noise. Up in the sky, roughly about, you'd have to say probably 1,000 feet away to what you have deemed to be north and a little northwest. Up in the air, you see a large four-legged creature flying. It's got wings, but it's flat. It's a horizontal, like a four-legged creature would be on the ground. So it's long, not necessarily longer than tall, and but it's also wide. It's kind of square-shaped, not aerodynamic, really. If you were going to compare it to something, if you were going to compare it to something, you would compare it to a flying tortoise. Except it's probably huge-sized.
So you're saying it's a box turtle?
It's a flying tortoise.
I don't know what that is.
It's a flying tortoise.
No, that's what Kurtal is saying.
A tortoise is like a turtle, except it's bigger and it's a land turtle.
No, he's just trying to figure out if it's some sort of extraplanar creature or if it is just indeed a flying tortoise.
Well, technically it's a native creature.
Yeah, to where you are now.
Yeah. If you're in the material plane, you would call it extraplanar. Technically, right now, you're extraplanar, and you could be banished. Actually, I don't think you could be banished if you actually come here and you're not called. I have to. Anyway.
Dismissal only works on summons and called creatures.
All right. So, do you acknowledge nature? Okay, your knowledge nature, you believe, fairly certain, 17, that could be a flying tortoise.
Yep. And Kurtal is just
You
going
believe
to
it's huge-sized, and its wings look leathery and scaly.
It's just a giant flying tortoise. Kurtal, that's all you can gather. That or it's a dragon. Of some sort. Turtle dragon. Dragon turtle.
There you go. Turtle dragon. You got it.
Yep. Then he's going to pull into the room. It's a flying tortoise.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Brittany goes out to see it. She waves at it. Then she goes back in. Oh, that makes my head hurt so bad. Okay. Are you going to rest there until you adapt?
Yeah, Kurtal's gonna periodically check through the window, check through the window door, other windows if there's one on the other side. Like over here. Just keep an eye out while we adapt. Take the time to do so.
Okay. Alright. So, alright. Do a will save as the next hour goes by.
I don't suppose that while he's puttering around, he sees anything of interest inside the room.
No. You can do it.
Oh, Katrina. I'll do a perception for Kurtal.
Okay. Congratulations, you and Poogie have a success.
A success?
A success.
Oh, goody.
Requires more than one.
But does it at least mitigate the effects somewhat, or is it still as bad?
It's still as bad.
Bugger.
Uh-huh. Where the hell did that go, by the way? Oh my god, I lost it. Anyway. Alright. If you guys just... so in the house, you see, like I said, a little stove, a bed, there's a little table, and there's a wooden cupboard. There's also a chest. A trunk. A large trunk. That's about it.
Oh.
Doesn't look like the place has been overly lived in.
You know, it looks more like a watchman post or something.
Okay. Another hour passes by.
Yeah. Kurtal's gonna look through the cupboard and the chest, or the... Yeah, the word is chest. I don't know what I was thinking. Poogie, no. Sugarcane, that's not how you do will saves.
God damn, you guys suck. No. Okay, third hour goes by. 1 die 20, please.
Joan.
Oh. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Perception check, Kurtal.
Does the 35 from earlier carry over, or...
No.
No, it's worth asking.
Poogie, by the way, is very ecstatic about being a first world. And she continually swings from extreme excitement to puking back and forth.
It's like pregnancy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. Kurtal, you and Katrina both here. After the third hour, heading towards the fourth, you hear some rustling outside, very faint, coming from down below. It's barely noticeable, but you guys pick it up. Especially for you, Kurtal, it's barely noticeable. And it's nothing major. It's not like it's violent. It's calm. But you do notice it.
Like from over here?
Yes.
Alright. Kurtal's just...
Okay, so what you see is you see movement down below of a fluttering creature. That is the size of a humanoid. A human, roughly your size. Fluttering about with these large, semi-transparent wings that look like fairly large dragonfly-type wings. Very veiny. And its skin, though, is dark. At first you think it's kind of tanned. Kind of Kind of got some Latin love thing going on there. And then then you realize it's browner than that. It's got some wood hue and some wood grain. And
Wow, that's really hard to see.
yes, don't worry. I'm gonna add it to Skype so you can see.
Thank
it.
you. I was about to try and zoom in on it.
As you look at it, you realize there's something wrong with its face and its skin, which it seems mostly or almost entirely nude.
What's the apropos knowledge check here, Uncle?
Knowledge, creep as shit.
I don't have that under miscellaneous.
That would be actually. That would be Arcana.
Was it Arcana?
God, I think I met a hippie that looked like this once. Well done, Kurtal.
Actually, it should be nature. Sorry. If you want to use that roll, you can, or you can change it.
I'd rather use the first one.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't have rolled the second one.
It was already rolling by the time you said that.
Well, I'm a dick. All right, hold on.
Not a botch.
3 plus 10, so 13. Okay. You have no idea what this thing is. You do, however, using your keen knowledge of nature, do believe that it may be blind. And you do instantly recognize the weapons. It is armed with recognizable weapons. It's got what looks like to be like a long bow, as well as a rapier. And there are straps to carry those things. Otherwise, it's completely without clothes, yet its woody flesh is grainy. But then there's things upon the grain. Symbols and some... almost like it was inlaid or ingrained. Colorization. In strange patterns. And they actually shift hue like LEDs with randomly changing frequencies.
What time of day is it, if that's even an applicable term here?
You have no way of judging what time of day it is, but you do know that the light right now seems to be quite full. It seems like full daylight.
So if I was to draw an equivalent, it'd be like midday.
Yes, but there are two light sources. One which is drawn from the sun, and one which is drawn from a large blue orb.
What is this blue orb?
It's a blue orb. People have been pondering that since the dawn of time. What is a blue orb?
Anyway, Kurtal will slink back down and sort of, in hushed tones, describe what it is he saw.
Oh wait, I wasn't done, bitch. Get back there.
I was over here.
You also saw what it was doing.
Oh.
Okay. You saw it fluttering over like a bee might over the top of this flower. And then you see it reach out and touch the flower with its palms. And as it does, you notice that a transition starts to occur between the flower and this creature. The large petals vibrate, and then the thing starts to wither. And as you watch it for a second, you realize, no, especially with that great Arcana check, it's not actually withering. After you watch it, you realize what's happening. It's strange because the shadings, what threw you off is the shading changes. It seems as if, as you watch it, this thing goes right before your eyes. That blossom is trained to a scale of gray as the color is siphoned out from it.
That's not a good thing.
And when it's finished, what's left behind is a blossom that has its original shape. It did not wither, but it is completely a very dull shades of gray. Okay, now you can slink back in.
Yep. Do I have any idea what a drain of color may be?
It could be something that drains the life from something. Essentially, bestowing negative levels to something. Usually that withers, though, or causes some type of physical damage in some way, but not always. It's the assumption is that's maybe what possibly Paddock could have done to Namuin, but it's not certain. Just bestowing negative levels, siphoning the positive energy or the life from him. It's kind of like what vampires do. Beyond that, I don't think you have the knowledge to know. You don't know the creature, so you don't know what it would be doing. Theoretically, it could be doing something to the light. But since it's not in an area around the flower, you would assume that it's affecting the object and not the light on the object.
Alright. Yeah, no, Kurtal's gonna describe it, and it's like, do either of you have any idea what that could be?
Oh. And it just sucked the life. The color?
Color. Yes, not life.
What? That might be the same thing. I'm betting that, color is life here. Actually, that's not true. The first world is not just colors. That's a common misconception. With that being said, though, the only thing Katrina can think is, even with that roll, is that most likely it is some sort of negative energy or the siphoning away of positive energy. That manifests in that way. Okay. Did you want to do something?
Kurtal's just gonna be like, shh, again. Then he's just gonna, again, peek over the very edge of it and just sort of keep an eye out, watch this thing.
You see it flutter over to another thing and do the same thing.
He's kind of watching it, see if it's doing, the bee thing.
Alright, as you watch it, it does that to 3 of them, and then flies up into the air, looks around, then starts flying away.
Oh, by the by,
Yes.
I did say that Kurtal searched the chest and the cupboard during the second hour. Did he find anything of interest?
He saw a pair of boots that were made out of some type of animal skin that's unrecognizable. You saw a pair of socks that was made out of some type of furry squirrel-like animal. Again, unrecognizable, but it did have 4 eyes. And one for almost every toe. And you did see some writing supplies and a knife. That's it.
Interesting. I wonder if any of it's magical.
Okay.
And then he'll be back as usual. Kurtal's just going to patrol each of these locations to keep an eye out.
Okay. As the sickness wears on, you guys continue to struggle. Okay. You can try again. Damn it, quit doing that, sugarcane.
If I attack the air, I will feel better.
Okay. All right. You start to feel better, Kurtal.
Completely or just starting to?
For the most part, you feel better. Not entirely. You're now essentially just sickened, but you're not nauseated.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Assuming you guys are just going to stay there till most of you start to feel better. That could be quite a while, though.
Jesus, Katrina.
Oh, my God. Katrina, come on.
Is there any way I could have helped her with any kind of check?
Not really.
Yeah, not even a heal check?
Nope.
It's got a plus 11, too. It's not terrible.
No, I mean, 11's the highest she's rolled on it. How many fucking rolls now? It's crazy. Okay. Alright, so many hours are going to pass unless you decide to just have at it while you guys are sick.
No. As much as Kurtal wants to hurry, he realizes that we are in complete blankness. And I would think after like the 4th or 5th hour, while everybody's still, down, Kurtal's gonna crack open the book and start reading.
Okay.
Because he's not sure how long it's going to take Katrina and Poogie, because it looks like Katrina's really feeling it.
Yes. Everybody's still feeling it. As time passes, many hours pass, the sun sets. And when the sun sets, everything takes on shades of blue and purple. It's very strange violet hues in the sky. And the only thing that remains is the blue orb in the sky, which seems to keep things illuminated with enough strength that it would be considered dusky back home. Okay.
Yeah. When the night properly sets in, Kurtal's gonna kind of look out the windows and look around. And he's just gonna mutter, "Well, if I'm right, and if I was told the truth by Satara, it should be out by now, right?"
What?
Satara said that First World is the only place where the blue moon still shines, and I kind of wanted to see it ever since I heard that.
Yeah, it should be out. If everything's setting. Poogie will crawl over. Oh. Oh. And then she'll look. Oh, that's blue.
Is she pointing at a flower or at the sky?
The blue orb in the sky.
Kurtal's gonna kind of click his tongue as the gears start to turn. She never said that it didn't shine during the day. And I guess Kurtal is going to fully realize that he has been staring at the blue moon of Kavna for the last several hours.
Yeah. Never said how bright it was either.
Holy fuck, it's really big.
Yep, you would compare it to be roughly equal size with the moon you're used to.
Well, Sarah, here I am. And your teacher is just as lovely as you are.
Would you like to say
And
a
then he-
prayer?
Yeah, no. Kurtal will put a bookmark in the book to where he was reading and do a prayer at the moon, you know? He's like, I'm just a student of your student, but I owe her so much that I feel offering a prayer to you is only appropriate. So thank you for teaching Asira, O Lady Akavna, and thank you for bringing her into my life, if only indirectly. I hope to someday figure out what happened to you on all other planes, and in turn earn both your favor and gain more favor with my lady.
Very nice. Okay. All right. And you can do a research check to see if you find any sections in that book regarding First World.
That's just intelligence?
It's perception-based intelligence. So perception instead of wisdom modifier. So it should be a bonus. Well, maybe not for you. I don't know.
It's just a +1, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because my wisdom is +4.
All right.
37.
Okay, 37. Very good. All right. You find several references to First World, several sections. It's not in one area. It's not like they devote an entire chapter to it, but they reference it. And in one area, they do devote a single full column to it. And it seems to be a note of rumination, essentially, by one of the writers. And this seems to be a collection of several writers rewritten. The author of the book is quoting this from somewhere else. It's an excerpt, essentially. And it tells you a little about First World and how the theories of the First World and how it is often believed to be the by many to be the original design of the gods as a testing ground prior to creating the material world.
So we're in a prototype?
Essentially.
Although that word wouldn't exist.
And that then when they decided to bail on it and create the material world, they left it unfinished, and so there are certain laws, essentially physics, things that are consistent were never essentially nailed down, and so they remained fluid and flexible. And then that column goes on to say that this is complete and utter bunk. That has nothing to do with First World. It is the arrogance of the gods alone that have made this assumption. And that's all that excerpt says. Later on, you go back, but it does give you a reference. This person says that's all that it is, and it does say, it'll even say, to the stars, even Zerdin knew that. Zerdin.
Can you spell that?
Yes, Zerdin.
That's a familiar name.
It is... Did you put it in the Skype chat or in the... Oh, there it is. To the stars, even Zerdin knew that?
Yes.
Oh. And was this added, like, formally to the end of the section, or was this, like, a note written on the side?
No, this was a note written on the side regarding the planes and their historical context, and this was about the gods and the history of essentially, the creation, the discussion of Genesis, and this was a side thing regarding specifically First World, discussing it.
Weird.
Okay.
Or at least to him it's weird. He doesn't understand that there's a DC involved.
Okay, Fate Keeper, 1 die 120, please. Or 1 die 20.
Seems everything Katrina has to do with will save. She just gets butt fucked on.
Okay, we've already had that. Okay. Alright, nothing happens. It's a pretty peaceful day.
Kurtal.
Saying nothing happens means nothing within your vicinity. You are brought to the edge of the house several times to the sounds or the vibrations of movement, and you have seen some strange things. You saw a giant beaver flying through the air with flapping its wings, or flapping its tail as if it was like a propulsed by its tail through the air. But it seemed to just simply levitate beyond that. You did see that creature also come back. The humanoid that sucked the life, or at least the color, out of the plants. And,
Did those plants stay black and white, by the way, or did they restore their color?
No. By the next day, they did start to wither, and they look dead now.
Gross.
In fact, they look like they're decomposing rather quickly.
Hmm.
Okay. You read. Give me, I'll let you give me 2 checks since you're spending the whole day reading.
Yep. And whenever Kurtal takes a break to check in on Katrina and Poogie, or just to rest his 3 eyes, he'll just glance up at the moon and see if he can discern anything about it.
Okay.
I know without a telescope that it's pretty much not going to happen, but he's feeling wistful.
Okay.
These are both +1, by the way, because I don't want to go into my character sheet just to change the modifier around.
Okay, that's enough. Both of them. Okay. One's enough for the one, and one's enough for the other. Okay. One of the things you learn is that what they call the cosmological constants, which is essentially the sun and moon and the stars, things in the sky that are always there. Even if they move, they follow the same patterns for the most part. It's not the same here. One of the things that you do find out is that the moon, the sun, and it specifically mentions the blue moon is you can have more than one. You can have several moons. There's only one sun, and depends on which area of First World you're in. The interesting thing is the moon and the sun and things like that, while they will leave at indeterminate times, and the light will simply shut off. What's even more eerie is that they tend to be unmoving in the sky. Rather, it seems to be your movement which causes their change in orientation. And it's one of the things that you will find very strange if you do mass travel in the real world. Is if you, as you go into certain domains where certain powers of great will live, the moon only exists inside those domains, or one of the moons, or something like that, depending. And as you enter the domain, it will appear to you as if on the opposite border the moon is rising as you enter it for the first time. So it doesn't just appear right in the middle of the sky. It actually rises as you enter the domain. And then as you go in, it goes up to a constant point. So it depends on your orientation within the domain of where the moon is in the sky, or the object in the sky. It's not just a moon. It can be any type of things like that. And that's just something they point out. So it's strange for people because they can see the sun and the moon, and say if they teleport in, they see 3 moons and a sun, and then they travel for 2 days and suddenly all the moons have gone and they don't come back anymore. Well, it's probably because you're in somebody else's domain and they don't want the moons there. Okay.
Well, that's inconvenient.
Right. The constant, of course, is the sun. While the sun can turn on and off at indeterminate times, inconsistent, the sun is in all domains and no one blocks the sun here. Okay, and that is underlined. And then you get to, and then you understand why, because later on there's a much larger section regarding First World and the narcissism of the new gods' creations. And that's the name of the whole article.
Brutal.
And this Sagas will again reference right away Zerdneen and say how thousands of years ago Zerdneen understood all of this, yet still today we misunderstand what was understood so long ago. He will go in and start explaining first off that his theory is based on the theory of Zerdneen about the First World and its creation, based on the creatures that Zerdneen encountered and the Tane that Zerdneen encountered, and the creatures known as the Eldest, the Tane, yes, and the Eldest. No, first way's right. Okay. Alright. He will tell you, which, actually, hold on once.
Jeez, Rick.
Okay. Anyway, that he will tell you that, that Zerdneen discovered, or Zerdneen's theory on First World was entirely different than what the contemporary belief is, and he cannot find no reason for this. For Zerdneen's findings to be discarded because while a lot of his work was lost, he was known to be very wise, and the work that he did, that we do have, is very sound. So, and the current theories are not overly supported by much, so there are a lot of speculation still, so they don't know why his theories are so commonly dismissed. Perhaps it's just unpopular. And he ultimately attributes it to the narcissism of the new god's creation. And apparently this is his theory that he's putting forth, that the narcissism of the gods is inherited by the things they create. And this is ultimately his theory. And this is essentially a curse, is what he likens it to. And then that's all prefaces his theory on the genesis of First World, which is based on Zerdneen's. And he says that the new gods, the gods that we know as gods, did not create First World as a prototype, that is the arrogance and the narcissism at play, thinking that nothing existed here before the current gods, and we know that is false. Zerdneen knew this long ago. So did the ancient Ternubians and the Aslantes, and many others. Prior to the new gods, there were the original gods, or the first gods, or the old gods. There were those that were here. In many ways, they created the material plane, and I can't think of the fucking name of the other planes, the ethereal, the astral, the other local planes. Anyway, they created a lot of that, and then when the new gods came and they threw down the old gods, they remade a lot of it. They did not create it a lot. but remade and redesigned, and then they called it their own. That's very important to understand that things existed prior to the current pantheon, that they weren't the creators of everything. They did create a lot of things. And many of the outer planes was actually created by them. And this is where Zerdneen comes in and says that while certain areas of the outer planes he believes also predated the current pantheon, which is evidenced mostly by dragons. And that dragons were the original, the most recent old gods. That dragons were the original rulers of this world and were thrown down by the new gods, and it was their creations of humanity and the humanoids that ultimately rose up and threw down dragonkind. The gods threw down the dragon gods of old, and then their creations threw down the lesser dragons in the wizard and dragon wars. And it was destiny for the humanoids to take over this world, just like their gods took over. Originally, the new gods lived in the material world. They did redefine it. They also segregated some of it. There's a theory that they are the ones that segregated the intermediary planes, the transitive planes. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And they expanded on what was there. The Speaker of the Depths in the Maelstrom is undoubtedly predates the current pantheon. But the rest of the Maelstrom may not necessarily predate it. The elemental planes in their current carnation, the transitive is the ethereal, the shadow, things like that. The things that are coterminous with the material plane. Or right here. Intermediary planes would be the elemental planes and things like that. And then the outer planes would be further out. I wasn't using the right word there. It's transitive would be like the ethereal. All that. Okay. So that's what he was putting out. Now this goes not just to the material plane, but also to First World. Understanding the purpose of First World. What was the purpose of First World? The current theory is that it was a prototype. And the wisdom is that is, of course, they created something new. That's logical. There's your motivation. And that also explains why there's a difference. And that's the thing. Why is there a difference? Why are there two? If you can't explain why there's two, then you have no foundation for the reasoning. His explanation is quite simple. The new gods originally lived in the material world. They hardened it, they redefined it, they instilled a lot of laws. He attributes a lot of that to Asmodeus. As Asmodeus grew and reigned in power and gained supremacy, he redesigned and the laws of everything, not just the laws of societies and things like that, but he tried to bind everything into as strict a nature as possible. And he wanted all of societies and thought to be that way. It also mentions that Zerdneen believes that free will was created by what he calls the celestial peak to run counter to Asmodeus. And the celestial peak
EA or EE?
EA. And it is
Thank
a
you.
proper noun as if it's an entity. And that it actually countered Asmodeus. And that is a gift of free will. And if it didn't, nothing would have free will, and everything would be like the plants. They would simply follow a cycle and follow their paths, and everything would be properly ordered as Asmodeus likes, and obedient and hierarchical. The new gods lived here, and then they withdrew, and when they withdrew, they expanded on the areas of the outer planes that already existed and created for themselves new realms out there to remain distant from their creations. Zerdneen took this process, and by simply recognizing the fact that things did exist before the current gods, applied that same pattern, that the old gods had created a prototype of the material world. There was a prototype of the abyss This is where he also brings in things like the Klipoth, things that were there before the current pantheon. The old gods, the gods that ruled then, tried to create many things, including a material world and things, and they tried to remove themselves, just as the new gods did, from their creations at some point for some reason. And they started to create for themselves First World, which was essentially heaven, or where the gods would live, Mount Olympus. It would be the place separate from their creations. And so they created this world not as a prototype, but as a post-type. It came second. Originally they were here, and then they wanted to create a refuge for themselves. Gods only. When the God Wars began and the new pantheon came to conquer the old, they could not kill all of them. This again runs counter to modern narcissism. But then again, it's clearly evident. Look at Ravagug. They do not necessarily have the power to kill them all. Look at the leaders of the Outer Planes, the things that predated the current pantheon, like the Speaker of the Depths. They did not throw down all of them. And then it will go on to say that the First World remains under the control of the old gods that survived, and the old gods' creations that were exiled from all the places conquered and claimed by the current pantheon. This is why the souls are kept here, that divinity is restricted here, that they have their own divinity here. Their own pith flows here, separate from the pith in the rest of the cosmos. Zernine he didn't know what pith was back then, but he started to reference the flows of divine energy and how they were different in style. And that while most of the old gods were killed, and a lot of them were bastards or half-gods, or just their creations, because when the new gods took over, most of their creations were exiled as well. They didn't want the hand-me-downs of the old gods. They got rid of all of them. They committed genocide. They wiped them all out as much as they could. And then those that didn't, it was up to their creations to wipe them out. The humanoids would wipe out the reptilians from the Age of Darkness, the dragons from the Age of Darkness. They would conquer and devour and finish off the rest of it. And the gods pretty much just relaxed and put the burden of genocide on their creations at that point. But many were exiled, again, to First World. It pretty much was the Australia of the cosmos. And for the old, left on their own devices this way, they kind of became a brewing pot, segregated from everything else, unrestricted by Asmodeus' laws. In fact, Asmodeus has never been able to tame here, or to force this land to completely adhere to the laws and the accord of the gods. It seems as if there is some power here that refuses to comply with the conformity of the rest of the cosmos. And the writer, not Zernine, will quickly point out that this is obviously most likely due to the one and true ruler of First World. While there are many that claim domains, all bow to one ruler, and no one challenges the one ruler. And that is Apsu, who is the Eternal Sun. This is his world. And he, like the dragons, is one of the few remaining old gods. Okay.
So, did you say Apsu or you broke up?
Apsu.
That was Apsu.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Alright. The only other thing is you actually hear a story, a fable about how apparently there was this one, a very powerful elder who once tried to reach the sun and to reach Apsu. It was not a powerful elder, sorry, it was a woman who was obsessed, fell in love with him. It's old fable. And she tried to reach the sun, and on the way there, she burned up trying to reach the sun. It's essentially like a Phoenix story. But after
I was going to say Icarus.
or Icarus, yeah. Well, but afterwards, apparently, she was resurrected, and after being burned up, and was apparently now lives with the sun. But apparently, the sun is an actual location, or at least it's believed by many fables to actually be a location that's achievable, which is where the Sun Lord lives.
Well then,
So this is,
that would
of course, that guy is in the minority. The majority of contemporary belief is that First World is a prototype of the current pantheon, and they simply disregard it. The souls of those creatures that are born native to there do have souls. They do not age and die. They are immortal, simply because souls do not leave there. The gods are not interested in them. They simply turned a blind eye to that. That was discarded as waste. They've simply, First World was a prototype. They don't care about it anymore. They threw it away. So while souls do flow into it, as the energies of creation do flow everywhere, they don't pull the souls to them, so they just let them linger. If they die, creatures will most likely return here, natives, because the gods have no interest in this area. They've moved on to greater and better things. And that's the more contemporary thought. So, alright, there you go.
Yeah, Kurtal's going to read all that, and he's going to sort of pinch his brow, then lean his head back, look at the blue moon again, just, what am I getting myself into here?
Well, when Katrina feels better, she'll ask you about that.
Kurtal will give her the abbreviated version, but not restrained.
Okay. And she'll find that quite interesting. And be happy to debate that with you. But as soon as everybody's feeling good enough, she'll ask you if you would like to get going and finish this up, or do you want to stay here a while?
As much as I'd love to research this place and just study it all from here, we have a purpose and not a lot of guidance. Staying here longer than necessary is dangerous.
Well, she does say the good thing is, thanks to Namuin, we do know how to return here now.
If we ever want to, yes. Or do you mean here specifically? And Kurtal will just sort of knock on the side of the hut.
Both.
And how do you figure that?
Well, all we have to do is go to Rochelle's Rest.
I thought you meant something else entirely. I was about to say I had a spell for it.
Okay. So,
before we leave, Kurtal's going to ask Katrina to write a scroll of teleport because he has something that could definitely give them a hand.
okay. She will warn you that you might want to do research because teleportation is a very common spell that can have strange side effects in other planes.
No, this is for an absolute emergency.
Okay. Alright, she'll get out her books and take the time to write and create a scroll of teleport.
Yeah. This is the spell that Kurtal's going to use like the moment before they set out, by the way. And he has shifted it to an arcane.
Okay. 1 second. La-da-da-da. Alright. Okay. And she makes the scroll. No problem. I'm not going to do the other checks for you. She makes the scroll.
She's done it long enough.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Actually, she probably already has one. She has a shitload of scrolls. I got to go through them all. Put them in order.
Uncle, you better be careful. She's getting to almost like Alchemist levels of scrolls.
Yeah, she's got a shitload. That's right. She's got plans. She's creating a new thing. Soon, one of these days. That's her destiny.
Yeah. This spell I prepared Arcane specifically so that I didn't have to try and do it through a divine channel, since that's obviously presenting challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So if in an emergency we have to teleport, we have a better chance of making it back here.
Okay.
So
And
for the
she
next-
says that she mutters something about this would be the perfect application for her mother's evacuation spell.
Your mother wants to evacuate?
It's a form of teleportation that she created. It's useful. I don't have a copy of it yet.
Gods only know that if you get it, we'll probably have use for it, considering how much trouble we always get into.
Okay. All right. So you guys are going to head off.
Kurtal's going to go up onto the landing
Okay.
to look around to see if we can spot anything that would be considered the Lake of Color. Because I remember, at least when we first got here, that you said there was like a sea of color in that direction.
Yes.
But I don't suppose we see anything else from up here.
No, you don't. But the mountains, the arrangement of their peaks have changed.
That's not reassuring.
Could just be the maw of a massive creature shifting.
Exactly what I was thinking. Turns out Frost World is you're literally inside of fucking whatever.
The mouth of Absu.
Could be.
I can imagine it. A lot of old myths depicted the sun and moon as being held in the maw of creatures who would chase each other across the sky.
Bruh, you're just Jonah, and you're in a whale.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, take a minute to look around, and then Kurtal will try and see if he can see the ground.
Yes, it's 70 feet down. Amid the deep bush of rose trees.
And he will ask Katrina and Poogie, do we want to try and use the Phantom Chariot to go through the air, or do we want to risk going on the ground? We don't know anything about this place, so
I want to touch
reluctant.
the flowers.
Well, that's one vote for ground. Katrina?
I think the fastest method would be best. Honestly, Poogie, we should come prepared. It would be an amazing thing for us to explore here sometime and visit. Do you know that they have cities and markets here that supposedly have their own economy and creations? And it would be great for us to come check this out sometime, but I don't think it's very good to do this on a whim. I think we're in severe danger. If the wrong thing would happen across us, I think we'd be in very big trouble. Okay, but I can still touch a flower.
Alright, then I say we take off from the... We can... Yeah, no, you're not wrong, dude. Like, that's why I'm asking, because through the ground, it's slower, but we're not seen from the air. Through the air, it's faster, but everything can see us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if we should expedite speed or stealth here.
I don't know. It's almost like you don't know anything about First World.
Funny that.
They're taking the Conjurer, but no.
Could have read a book, or not gone here before.
This is the
doing it.
second time that they don't
I'm
take the
muting
Conjurer.
myself.
Alright.
Alright, so Kurtal will take heed to Katrina's suggestion of going faster rather than stealthier. And get the chariot ready to whisk them in that direction
Okay.
after planting the guiding star.
All right. Give me a cast level check, please.
The guiding star?
No, just summon the chariot.
Oop, that's a skill check. It'll be this plus 5.
For arcane? Okay. Well. Why are you... Oh, are you doing this entwined or something?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Do a divine cast level check. To see if you can entwine. Okay, it works that time. All right.
Not decide, do I need to keep going?
The divine thing has a hard restriction. Means if you don't get high enough for cast level check, you simply cannot access your spells. That is not the case with the... that's not why you're doing cast level checks for wizards, though. There's no hard limit or restriction here. On magic, it's something else. So, you do feel, in fact, magic seems much easier here and seems to flow with great eagerness. Okay.
Yep. So, mouth probably look a little weird, but Kurtal will nod, get Namuin set up, strapped in. All right. No delays, nothing. We are going.
Okay. You get strapped in, and you take off.
And, Uncle, the guiding star spell, I will plant it, on the platform. And that is days per caster level, so that will last for 8 days.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah.
I'm not sure by what metric those days are going to be measured here, but that is the length of time.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. All right. And, all right, you take off and you start flying. You fly for quite a long time. Eventually, the big rose flower trees go down to normal ones, and you find yourself upon a massive lake at the edge. At 1 die 20 to see if something kills them along the way.
Oh.
Please let it be a tame. Alright, you're fine. Fuckers, you fucking threaded the needle there. Yeah! You read my mind.
The Jumbo one says
literally
hello.
just typing that when you said it.
Alright, so, let's see. Areas. Lake. Okay. By the way, these flowers and the smaller ones that you encounter later are quite amazing here. Poogie falls in love with them, and these are the types of things you see. The flowers. Okay. And then, as you come across this lake, which is a massive lake, it seems to go on for quite a ways. You come across it, and one of the most interesting things is that the color in it, the fluid itself is colorful. It seems as if it was a lake of liquid dyes. It almost seems strange in that regard. It's one of those things where your mind tries to start playing tricks with you. It's almost like an optical illusion at first, because when you see color in liquid like that, you think it's caused by light passing through it, and there's some type of prism effect. But this is not the case. Obviously, these things are like liquid clouds. In fact, one of the other things that make this liquid odd is how they don't commingle or meld while they're fluid, and they seem to be shapeless, and except for their container, they somehow remain distinct amid their colors.
Reminds me of a failed potions class, but elegant.
So each area of the lake maintains its own color, the liquid, and never intermingles. And it goes on, and you see all sorts of colors all the way. And quite vibrant. And it is quite a beautiful thing. Alright.
I don't suppose there's a clear place where we can touch down next to the lake.
Oh yes, there is all around there. The giant rose trees have went away. These are smaller flowers and things here now, and more like regular grass and things like that. So it's not nearly as thick as the giant rose orchard.
Yep. So Kurtal will try and land us in a place where it is relatively clear of flora.
Okay. All right. And do you have any type of move or spell, or just Katrina, that would make this quite rapid?
Nope. Well, let me check.
She has wall stone of mind.
Let me check, because if I did, I probably would have prepared it for the day.
She has great pit. Will that work?
I don't think.
Only if you got only if you got trapped in it.
It's extra.
There's expeditious excavation, Necro. Check that.
She's got mud ball.
Spell expeditious.
Expeditious excavation.
Okay, I'll spell excavation then.
You know what I mean? Listen to what I mean, not what I say.
Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay.
Excavation. That is a spell. Expeditious excavation is a spell.
How do you spell it?
Excavation. Like, how the fuck you spell excavation?
EXPEDITIOUS.
It's a wizard spell. Unfortunately, it's not a cleric spell.
I was about to say, the only thing that I would have is stone shape.
Yeah. Okay.
I could get snow shape, but that's equally useless.
Why don't you ritual cast prestidigitation?
Because Uncle would say it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are going to have to start fucking digging. Did you bring a shovel?
Yes, I actually have a shrunken shovel.
You could have, do you have summon monster? Can clerics do that?
Yes, I can. I was actually about to ask, could a summon
things
creature
that, yeah.
Yes, you can attempt to summon things. Are you using a divine spell or an arcane?
I'm looking at the third table because I would try and adapt it to an arcane.
Look at earth elementals and then those ant people. Those are your best bets.
Earth elementals can't move rock. Believe me, I've looked.
Move earth. The spell move earth.
They don't do that.
They do at higher levels, but not for a while.
No.
It would be medium. So let's see.
No, they can't
summon
move
an Ant-Man.
Yeah, Ant-Man's your best bet.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah, the only way I could do that is if I did it divine. So.
Okay. Well, you can give it a shot.
Worst thing that happens is you have to dig.
Yeah, I mean, I do have that folding shovel that we brought on the expedition.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do something.
Yep.
Bro, just dig. Just dig.
No, I think Kurtal would. I think Kurtal would try and dig on his own instead of having something do it for him.
Okay.
I'd hope.
I mean, what summon monster do you need? Katrina's got summon monster.
It is summon monster 4th for a giant ant drone.
Alright, she's got up to summon monster 6, so.
Even summon monster 6 can't summon something that moves earth. Believe me, I fucking looked.
A huge elemental?
No, they can't do it. They can't move earth. They can glide it. They can't move it. They don't have the spell at least. They can like physically lift it, but they can't move it.
I mean, she could summon a dire bear.
That
That'll
they
dig.
They don't dig, bro. They don't dig.
How about a dire canine? Dogs dig.
A shadow mastiff, yeah, but that's super evil.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
Katrina
alright,
has
you guys are
loose
just-
morals.
You guys are just gonna fucking dig with hand. Okay.
Kurtal will get his shovel out and start digging.
Alright. Are you doing that? They're preparing Namuin. Katrina's doing some beautician shit to him.
Okay.
Bringing some color back to his gray cheeks.
Kurtal will just look at Sugarcane. Keep an eye out. We don't know what's going to happen around here, okay?
Sugarcane goes over and starts beating up on a grasshopper. And then the grasshopper
Sugarcane.
starts beating up on Sugarcane.
The grasshopper's like 20 feet tall.
I really don't in this edition. Wow.
Yeah, John. The only thing that can move Earth is
Yeah.
is one of the fucking Jins.
Why don't you summon a
Later
Nightcrawler?
calling.
I just,
You know what's really kind of sad?
The fact that nothing summon monster moves fucking Earth. Yeah, I know, right?
No. I don't have to dig a very big hole.
That's yes.
That's depressing and also true.
still needs to be deep.
Oh man, I just made myself upset.
It
Still
still
needs
needs
to be deep.
John.
Or someone will dig them up.
Okay.
Is the voice of John.
And Poogie makes Namuin smell like flowers.
Nice.
Forever.
Probably, yeah.
Forever. She dumps a bunch of liquid mana on him to make it last forever.
Oh shit!
And everyone instantly revives.
No, dude. If she casts a spell on the liquid mana, it'll be like Cologne.
Okay. So,
I'm trying.
you spend some time there. 1 die 20, Fate Keeper. Let's see what kills him. Let's have it be something evil. I really want the Jabberwocky to show up.
Me too.
Oh!
There's no Jabberwocky, it's just Jabberwock.
Jabberwocky, bitch!
I feel like the 20 is the red cap gnomes.
Oh, you don't want
No,
Red
that's
to show up.
that's a bad one. You don't want that. That's the 20 is.
Humpty Dumpty starts shooting him with the crossbow. Humpty Dumpty, this
All
bitch.
right. Let's see. Oh, I could do that. No. Oh, yes, that's beautiful. I think that's exactly what I want to do. Alright, Kurtal.
Remember, YouTube, there's nothing more terrifying in tabletop games than your DM being vague.
Or bored.
Yeah, if he's bored, he'll throw shit at you. Just to fucking make it interesting.
Okay.
Rocks fall. We're on a boat!
The boat's made out of rock now. It's not
Yeah.
my fault.
Someone casts wood to stone on your boat.
Alright.
The boat
So-
falls. You all drown.
Okay, so
What happens, Uncle?
you're digging. That's what the fuck happens. And then... Oh, come on, really? You don't have nothing for that? You fucking suck. I hate you. Fucking roll 20.
I'm missing the Jabberwock token, that's a shame, man.
I don't
Enough
want
of the red
that.
caps?
That's disgusting. Why the fuck is that even there? Alright, I'm
You
going.
could do the... No, never mind.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it all. I know what happens.
Ilaria could speak to red caps. They speak Echo.
They are some crazy fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
And
So
they
you're
would
over
say,
there by the lake.
I want to fucking kill you!
When you guys
Oh,
are
hey,
come
Brian
upon
Socket.
by a naturally rolling herd. Roaming.
What the fuck is that?
His alarm.
My alarm.
Yeah, but what song was that? What band was that?
It's Heavy Dirty Soul by 21 Pilots.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's shit.
Uh-huh.
Uncle, why?
Alright.
I heard.
I heard. Oh shit.
But what did I heard?
Stop.
There you go.
Oh, cool.
Skunks?
Dire skunks.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Dire face skunk.
Oh shit.
Let's add more templates.
Feed this
Dire
dire
fey
face stuff
advanced skunks.
that are also undead. So they're all skeletons.
Okay. Dire fey advanced rabid skunks. Because they're aggressive. Alright. Sugarcane stabs it.
No, please. Please, God, no.
And
I love please. No, please. Don't actually have him stab it. No. Sure. If nothing else, he did spell like shit for months.
What is Sugarcane's intelligence and wisdom that he thinks this is a good idea?
This is great. Hold on.
It's great.
See, the great thing is, though, they probably don't even smell bad. They probably smell so fucking good. You have to make will saves not to, like, I don't know, fall in love with
Yeah,
them or
well,
some
yeah,
shit.
it's like first of all, yeah.
Am I the only one who remembers the part of the story where it's like, don't trust familiar animals because they'll rip their faces off and be full of fire ants?
Yeah.
So they're gonna rip their faces off and turn into dire buffalo in that fucking swell.
Oh my god. It hit him.
Oh my god, he actually attacked it.
No, I'm just
Son of a bitch, he actually attacked
they approach it. Who here has handle animal?
Sugarcane.
I think Kurtal might actually have a rank now.
Kurtal.
Go get him.
Let me see if I have a rank and not just a bonus.
You should. You're a butcher.
Yeah, but that was a very different handling of animals. I do not have any ranks.
Okay.
You have high wisdom, though.
Poogie's.
Handle animals charisma based.
Oh, is it?
Guitar. Guitar.
Yes, Poogie.
There's big old pokelets over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one.
Please don't.
Please, no, Poogie, not a whole cat.
And Poogie walks up. And she tries to emulate some giant polecat mannerisms. She turns and pees on them. Right. So what I'm gonna do?
What I'm going to do? See these dire
Oh,
skunks.
it's raising its tail.
In the natural
Oh man,
habitat.
it is pissed.
I'm gonna wrestle that fucker.
Okay. So she's tried to calm them down. They seem now quite interested, and they're coming closer. And they're forming flanking procedures.
Purge its anal glands. What the fuck?
ruining joke I was making. Stop!
It wasn't funny, Tucker.
I know!
All
Now
right.
it's worse.
Katrina. Okay. It's all up to you, Kurtal. Lay down the butcher.
Please don't nap for one. Please.
Time to get some skunk meat. Do you want to fuck with the skunks? Or just want to let them spray you and move on? Just so you know, Sugarcane.
There's a very genuine chance that Kurtal will just ghost himself before he lets these things spray him.
Wow,
Just
I'll leave Katrina.
What about the
to
others,
deal
you say?
with the
Well,
problem herself.
Leave Poogie, leave Surgeon King. God.
They take up a position like that, and then they stop, and then something horrifying truly happens.
Oh no, oh no!
Windwall. Yeah.
With ball, yes!
Windwall would actually work here.
Yep.
It would dismiss the spray into one direction.
You fucked it up. Oh shit. Oh,
As soon as they turn around,
What
could I do a
happens when they
windwall?
botch a skunk spray? Was it come out their nose?
No,
They bleed out their
like
anus.
It just like sprays in some random ass direction. Just you can't fail a natural attack.
What if they just forgot to lift their tail?
You forgot to pull out the cork.
Well, then they smell like shit, and it's their fault.
Okay, so skunk spray fucking starts flying out their ass.
Oh my fucking god!
It just starts soaking you guys. Poogie's like up there trying to emulate some fucking skunk movements, and then she takes a fucking full gallon right in the mouth. And her cantrip ain't helping. Okay. And then, okay. And then, they look back at you. And then they just walk off. They seem quite content with what they have done.
Like under the will of some sort of cruel god.
It's true.
And the interesting thing is, Fake Keeper 1 die 100. These are special.
Now you
These are
now you
special
smell of
dire.
dark chocolate.
These are special dire Fey advanced rabid
Rabid
skunks. These.
Rabid
no.
celestial skunks.
Oh no! You had to roll low. God damn! You've rolled low every 1 die 100.
I know. I haven't rolled above a 55. I'm on 57.
These have liquid acid ass glands. No.
That hurts.
So what happened to the one that failed?
He no longer has a tail.
Nope.
We
Something
call him Stumpy.
different occurs.
Oh god, tell me it's not acid like LSD because we just got over being sick.
Oh, they pooped out elementals.
Are these fucking fart juice elementals?
This exactly.
I love it. I love it in so many ways.
The skunk is quite lively with them. This is the welcoming community. We bought you a fruit basket. And as they walk off, their anal secretions take on new life. They rise. And they don't seem to be nearly as pleasant as the skunks.
Man, I thought rolling high was supposed to be a good thing for us.
You did. It is. You should try rolling high sometime.
I did.
He did.
I
He got the
nat
20.
What are you talking about?
That's
What
what
he
started
rolled,
this
like
all
what
off.
encounters.
That's what all this started with, is a nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Why did I do the 100? That's right. That's right. Hold on. Oh, wait.
Oh my god. Are you
I mean-
serious?
I should have done the 100 then. I did that all backwards.
Uh-huh.
Now
Yeah, you
remember.
did.
I now remember why they were supposed to be good skunks.
No.
What the
I
fuck?
mean,
Then I decided to make it a chance roll. It's like, I want to put a little risk into it. And I was like, never mind. All right, you know what?
I mean,
What happens?
They come back.
Oh, shit.
Again.
It's even worse. It's in reverse now.
Please tell me they don't like suck them up their assholes or something.
No. Then they lay down, they snort those fuckers like it's a line of coke. All right, right up their nose. No. They come up behind their animated anal juices, and
Pull out the straws.
that's like a Gollum at a brothel, isn't it? Anyway.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And
Keep going.
they're like, listen. But actually, they don't say that. They look at you, and wait, what was I gonna do? Hold on, now I gotta remember. I had an idea for these good skunks, so I put them down.
Listen. I know what you guys are thinking. But here it's out.
You're thinking he's lost it. Well, not quite. He's just juggling. He hasn't dropped it yet. Okay.
We're just looking on in awe and horror.
Yeah, okay, I got it now. I'm back in game. Don't worry. So, the anal juices do kind of throw me for a fucking curveball, though. I have to admit.
That'll happen without anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
How do I explain this?
So everybody like cringes when the ass juices start flying. And then once the ass juices settle, you look up and you see that the skunks are there with 4 sidekicks. Ass juice 1, ass juice 2, ass juice 3, and ass juice 4.
And Todd.
Alright. And then something marvelous does occur.
Marvelous is a very subjective term.
Oh, you're in first world, baby. Get ready. You better hang on to your hats.
You asked for this, Kurtal.
They start changing colors.
Oh, I thought I took off my glasses and cleaned them, and then I turned purple. I thought my eyes were fucked up first.
I thought my eyes all fucked up.
I'm like, oh shit. it's
Tar,
purple.
you've been with us. You've been dead silent for a long time.
I think he's just trying to contain himself.
I'm just like, oh shit, what happened to my eyes? Why is my computer fucked up? It's purple.
Kyle just couldn't take it anymore. He just fucking
I
quit.
don't blame him for a second.
Either way.
Okay. Alright. They take on all the colors of the Lake of Colors. And
Well, we now know what the Lake of Colors truly is.
and then hold on, we ain't finished yet.
Oh no. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
What the
Hello,
fuck
my
is
cow.
What the fuck is happening?
The skunks go back up onto their hind legs. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Continue.
Keep going, I'm close.
And in 4-part harmony, they say, "Welcome, welcome."
Can't even do it with a straight face, can you?
What are they saying?
Welcome, 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 welcome. And
Here we
then,
go. I got the perfect thing.
and then they start dancing. Welcome to First World, my dear friend. Welcome, don't worry, this won't be your end. You're safe here now with our ass juices on display.
Is this actually what they're doing, or are you fucking with it?
Alright, the ass juice is on display. Yeah, fuck it, we're going with it.
First world, baby. It's
Poogie
what
just starts snapping her fingers in rhythm.
Kurtal, tell me all about First World, says Rolun. Kurtal gets a foreign look on his face and is quiet for the next several hours.
Let me see one of those memory gems.
Fucking Sugarcane is just sitting there looking like fucking Gareth. And,
What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure even Poogie's like, I don't know.
No, Poogie just
what
starts
to do.
snapping her fingers in rhythm, man. She's following along. She's like, sing it. And though we don't know how long you'll stay, we hope you stay for at least just one more day. And they throw out their hands and shake it, and then they shake their tail. And then they drop down.
And walk away like nothing happened.
Hold on.
I think we wish that's what's about to happen here.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I do.
No. Tell me it's not. I don't know which way I want
Let it
this to
happen.
go, but neither is going to go well.
Let it happen. Come on, baby. Come on. There, you get in there. Oh,
They walk away. And then the ash juices come in and each shake your hands.
Do you deny them?
That was not what I was expecting. I actually like that a little bit better.
Do you deny them?
No. You think it would be like water, but no, it's just thick enough to be uncomfortable.
Yep. Just thick enough to be squishy. Welcome.
Hola.
That's the perfect explanation. It's just thick enough to be uncomfortable.
Bienvenidos a la primera mundo.
Excuse me. Do you have a mint?
Oh no, that's actually the great way to say this.
Yeah.
Are they gonna start giving you like Telemundo pay-per-view?
Sure.
No, probably.
I hope so. That sounds awesome.
Here's a gift card to your for 1 month free Netflix subscription. What's a Netflix? Don't worry about it.
And then they come together. They put out their hands, show the rings that each of them are wearing, and the 4 elements combine. And Captain Planet appears.
I was just about to say Earth, Wind, Fire, and then they were gonna like grab Poogie and throw it and be like heart, and then turn into something.
No, then they would grab Katrina.
Oh no, that's perfect. Yeah,
They don't know her name. They don't know her name.
They
You don't know that.
oh my god.
That's true.
And they help. They actually point at each other, and then they point down. And they're like. Then they turn and give you each a 2-finger wave, just at the side of the brow, like goodbye. And they sink into the ground. As they sink into the ground sinks along with them. So pretty much the whole world just drops. And at least for like about that far. And in their place there is a large hole. They dug your hole for you. See.
Kurtal just
And you
stands
thought-
there with a
and you
shovel
thought
full of dirt.
that natural 20 was going to be not worth anything.
Kurtal stands there with a shovel full of dirt, one hand covered in juices. He's just kind of looking at Katrina and then back at the hole. It's like,
Sugarcane turns and looks at you.
Should get the fuck out of here, Sugar.
What the fuck was that?
for some reason, I feel like I understand Namuin a bit more and so much less than I used to.
Okay. Congratulations, you've managed to bring Namuin home to his people.
Get the hole.
You bury him in the ass juice hole. The asshole.
Oh, he would have liked it that way.
And here he lies. May he lie forever and rest in peace inside his asshole.
It's the only way he would have wanted to go.
Fucking god.
Okay.
I love it. I love it so much.
And what you do realize, Kurtal, is you can... Oh, wait. I forgot to do the thing I should have done. But never thought of until now. Kurtal, do an alchemy check for the
The only alchemist in the whole room, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just thing you went with his teacher.
This is the first time you're the only alchemist in the group, so don't fucking fail us. Okay. You realize that you kind of believe that each of those elementals were actually living alchemical magical potions. The blue one, the blue one was a living elemental of healing potion. The red one, oh wait, maybe that was the red one. Do they have mana potions in this game? No. Okay.
They do if you want to make a potion of mnemonic recovery.
There we go.
Yeah.
Either way, they were like living alchemical liquids, truly. And apparently that the skunk's ass is an alchemical factory.
That brings to mind so many questions and very few answers.
They're Pathoskunks. Okay. And they've come to lay their king to rest. And you bury Namuin. Goodbye, Namuin.
I never have to hear your voice again. Thank fucking God.
And then, doesn't Kurtal say anything before they leave?
Here we leave one of my closest friends and my best teacher. Namuin Urvir, I will never forget you.
And I'll never forget you.
Shut up, you're dead.
The great thing is, I actually believe that he would just freaking pop alive if he goes to first world, personally. But.
No, Kurtal didn't save him. There was a chance he could have, but he fucked him over.
Uh-huh.
That's the way it works.
Yep.
And then Kurtal will get in the chariot and follow the star.
Kurtal, alright, say it, Kurtal. Say, on Dasher, on Dancer. Alright.
On Pablo, on Paizo, on Pesky, and Fartface.
Hey, don't be racist. Alright. You fly back to the hole. You drop down through the clouds. Right. And, you return to the material world.
And
Good
probably
job.
like
Mission complete.
4 minutes have passed.
No. When you return, 5 days have passed.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was the other way.
No, you thought wrong.
Okay, hold on a second.
First
So-
world moves slower, so that means the material plane moves faster. You're in
No,
the
you're right,
first world for a day.
Before we do anything, give me a second so I can,
Well, don't
I'm
worry.
looking for my
We're
last
not in danger
update.
of doing anything.
Ah, shit. No, I'm just looking for my last update so I can make sure I'm tracking the days correctly.
Oh. Alright.
Alright, no, it was,
Kyle, are you with us?
12 to the 14th.
God
Arrive
damn you,
at
Kyle.
rest.
You suck, Kyle.
15th. Pass through.
I really do hate you, Kyle.
Yeah, and also remember that after 13 days, Sollyn and Rolun come back to the Lyceum. Unless shit happens on their way back. Which is
No.
possible.
1 die 20.
If you get 3 motherfucking just quit.
12 to the
I do it for you.
Good.
Alright.
Good.
18th.
I hope.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Travel. And you just spent 1 day there, right?
Yeah, so it would be 13 days. It was 6 there, traveling. Or did y'all teleport back?
Probably teleported back once they were in this world.
No, I'm talking about Rolun and Sollyn.
Oh. I don't think they could.
No,
Oh, wait.
they would have to leave the donkeys
I
behind.
could if I ritual tested it, yeah.
Sollyn can teleport too, remember?
Yeah, but you have to bring all the equipment and those.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been a pain in the ass.
So no, I don't even want to bother anyway. Fuck it, I don't. fucking waste
So it's
my
13
fucking
days for them to...
Alright.
Making fights.
Travel back. Okay, that's accurate, and so far it has just been the 12th and maybe the 13th for Ilaria.
Yeah, sort of. He said he kind of hand-waved a week or something like that, but I forget what it was.
Yeah, it's a week.
A week passed, yeah.
Combat, and then the 20th.
So 12th
Yeah, so
through the 19th.
in fact, Kurtal leaves a little before Rolun does and gets back earlier.
Yeah, well, you
20th.
teleported. It's crazy how that happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so Uncle, does this look accurate to the time that has passed so far?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a week of rest, but
Well, I don't know what you're doing, so I just put something in there.
combat. Just a week of
Yep.
combat, yeah.
Combat. Yep. Okay. So, that's pretty good. Now, the question is, do you guys want me to leave you with a cliffhanger, or do you just want me to leave you?
What do you mean? I only did stuff like 15 minutes.
Well, that's all.
Oh, it's because you fucking took forever. God damn it.
That's because
All you fuckers.
You didn't see a fucking thing. You had a chance of fucking solving all the world's problems right there, and you didn't do it.
Every fucking time we switched to anyone, they're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You had 30 minutes when someone else was doing shit. God damn it.
That's true.
God, I was steaming over here. I was trying so hard not to yell at people.
Yeah, well, you failed miserably earlier anyway.
I still think the best part tonight was Kyle going to seduce Bianca.
Oh,
That was
by
pretty
far.
fucking
By
beautiful.
far. I want you to record that part in its own little section for us to relive over and over again.
Yeah.
I like that part. That part was my favorite.
Yeah, let me wine and dine you. But I have no dine and I have no wine.
And I will not be here for very long.
But we gotta
have about
hurry,
30
because I
minutes.
gotta go.
It's almost like he shouldn't have invited her until shit was ready.
He is fucking romantic at heart, I'll tell you.
You know, for having so many eyes, he doesn't see that far in the field.
So many eyes. He has 2.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's, I
At
guess it's
least
2
on
more
his
than Rowan.
face. Okay. Alright, so I'm not gonna do the great calamity then. Fuck you people.
No, give me the cliff. Fine. Give Cliff whatever.
No, ain't gonna be no cliffhanger. Wait, what's the date? What date?
It doesn't matter. 18th, I guess.
The latest would be the 24th when Sollyn and Roland return.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the 24th.
It was the 24th of... What was the month? It began with an A.
October. It's October of this shit.
It's Lamashin.
Yeah.
I thought there was a T in there. Oh no, Lamash 2, that's where it comes from.
Yep.
Okay, so the latest it would be is the 24th of Lamashin when Rolun and Sollyn return.
Do it.
24. 20th.
I don't know if Ilaria returns to the Lyceum on the 20th, but that's what she does.
I don't know either.
No. It doesn't.
I imagine
happen.
I imagine I'm in the thick of it now.
It doesn't happen yet, unfortunately. It's close, but not close enough.
Mhm.
I could stretch it. I mean, if you want me to.
Tell us.
No, I mean, because... Okay.
Shut up, John.
Well, there's
You're
some
not
things
even
I'm
doing-
gonna fucking do that might affect what he's fucking planning, and I don't want it to be a headache for any of us.
It's gonna be a headache.
I'm not gonna sit on my
Yeah,
ass
well,
doing
should
fuck
be.
all like everyone else likes to do.
That's right.
You mean like you like to do?
What are you gonna do, John?
At some point, I'm going to visit the Teaching Meadows whenever I can, see if Catholics is there, and kind of follow up on that, just to say hello.
Okay.
And I'm worried about her, because there's all this fucking fighting, and she's really fucking close to it.
All right. Well,
Will it influence this big thing that maybe you don't want to do that?
yeah. All right.
Yeah, if I ever got a day to, like, whatever, I would fly over there. Be like a day's thing, unless something happened.
I'm trying to think. Was there anything else you'd want to do?
I don't know.
Unless
I'd
it comes
like
from
to-
that, but
Yeah, I'd like to visit the home, but that's not as urgent because I know that there's shit going on over here. I wouldn't just abandon the line for more than a day, so. And it would take a while to get over there, so I probably don't even do that. I just go see if Catholics is around, ask for, what's his face? Bowser. Talk to him briefly. See what she's up to, and then come back. That's really it.
all right.
I just want to know what she's up to, and I can't scry, so.
All right. Okay. Did you say you fly up to Teaching Meadows?
Yeah.
Okay.
On holiday.
Okay. You fly up there. So you get leave to fly up there at some point.
Yeah, like any day that we just like broke their line or what have you.
Well, it's not gone into that heavy fighting yet. It's mostly that was pretty intense there, but mostly it's coordinated skirmishes, ambushes, things like that, sabotaging.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, okay. So I will leave you with a cliffhanger, and we'll stop there because I don't have the energy to go do it.
That's fine.
When you arrive at Teaching Meadows, you find Catholics there.
Mm-hmm.
And she is. You also see the town there, and the entire town is standing on the eastern side of Teaching Meadows. A congregation, as if something has drawn the town's attention, and it's not hard to see what has. Because on the other side of the Ovian River, across from the town, you see standing at the border of Lyriel 100 stone golems, all in file.
Well, they look like Harbor's golems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And you see Catholics on the eastern side of the river with the golems.
Hmm.
And Bowser's there, and Harpo is there.
Okay. Cool. Good cliffhanger.
Okay. All right. Cliffhanger for Rolun. Guess what, Rolun? Okay, no cliffhanger. Cliffhanger for Kurtal.
Do I get back?
Do you get back? At the 24th, you do return.
Good.
What are you going to do when you return?
Tell Rolun no. Tell the
Why
other
would you
guy.
tell Rolun no?
Tell the other guy that we're back in the what's done and give him the crystal things.
Okay.
Or whoever you're supposed to give the crystal things.
Ilsori Gandithus is impressed by your immense capacity to lead and teach and guide.
And sunbathe.
Yes.
It's a nice town you have.
Your superior perception and ability to notice all the fine details that have allowed you to persevere for this quest. Meanwhile, Chel's still squirting mud out her nose.
Got real in there.
Yeah. Comes out once in a while. And, alright, Kurtal.
Yes.
You, Katrina, and Poogie return with lots of exciting stories about the dancing, singing skunks.
Exciting is not the word I'd use.
Hello, my darling. You ruined that for me. I was going to do that to you, fucker. Okay. I was going to do a fucking Three Stooges thing.
I don't get a cliffhanger. Oh, that's bullshit.
I asked you if you wanted one. You didn't want one.
I didn't say no.
At all.
Don't be so hostile. Don't better some
I'm
shit.
not
Jesus.
hostile.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
sorry.
You've been nothing but mean.
I'm
nice.
impatient tonight. I'm sorry.
All right.
Stop.
I'm impatient tonight.
Kyle, do you want a cliffhanger?
He's not here. I want a cliffhanger. Give me
You never know when Kyle is here. He comes and
It's
goes.
true.
He is like
Right
fucking
here.
the Phantom. Okay. Rolun, would you like a
Yeah,
cliffhanger?
just did. Yes.
God damn, you almost out of time again. Okay, your cliffhanger. You return to the Lyceum, Rolun. With Sollyn, you finish your quest. While you're there, you are given about an hour after you've been back. You're approached by a candlelight. Excuse me, Mr. Rolun?
That's me.
I could tell.
Do you need something?
Are you a great wizard?
In the grand scheme of things, no.
Then no. But I did bring you a letter. Actually, it's a message. Would you like it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Come on, Candlelight, don't beat around the bush.
It's from a Mr. Iancelli.
Who?
A Mr. Iancelli.
Ian Sully.
Yes.
Captain Sully?
If that's what you want to say.
What's the message, Candlelight? Come on.
There is a Miss Barbe Bassett to see you. She is waiting.
Barbie
It
Bassett.
is supposedly urgent.
Where at?
On the Isle of Tranquility. The Thulin one.
All right. No, thank you, Candlelight. Thank you. So, that's just... Did you type out what he was saying? Or have to fucking just not know what the hell he was saying?
You just have to not know.
Fucking awesome.
Ian Sully says that some Barbie Bassett is waiting for you on the Isle of Tranquility.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. I just don't know what the fuck that means.
Do you not know
Their
what-
names.
What the fuck was Ian selling?
Oh God, Jesus.
Go to the island, dude.
Yeah, he's trying to go to the...
Do you
Wait.
know where the island is?
Yes, I know where the island is. Where you teleport from. To.
Okay.
Teleport to, actually.
Are you sure, mister?
What? So, I recognize that name. I just don't remember what. Oh yeah, it's that guy. I don't remember what he's for. Is he a pirate guy? I don't remember what the fuck he is.
So what happens while he's on the Isle of Tranquility?
Yeah, come on, dude.
What? Yeah.
Oh, is that the fuck? That's a shitty cliffhanger. Come on. That
Well,
sucks.
I mean, you didn't give him shit to work with.
Fuck you.
Okay. When you arrive, assuming that you do,
Oh yeah, he's the chicken guy. That's right. I knew these were familiar.
in the
Yeah,
center,
it took me a while to.
it took in the center of the town.
Wait.
Where am I?
Ian's like, hey,
the fuck is that?
Rolun, there's a girl over there. She's been waiting for you, and she's been giving me some steamy eyes. Anyway, she says that she has to speak with you, and she's going to wait here for you. I've tried to have her sit down here, but she wouldn't accept my hospitality. She says she doesn't sit with beside men of my caliber. Not sure what that means, but I think I'm offended.
You ought to be. Any idea where she came from?
No. She won't tell me much about her other than her name, Barbie Basot.
Where's she at?
Right in there. You can't miss her. She's a pretty little brown-haired girl.
All right. Thank you, Ian.
And
Okay.
and when you get there, Bobby is facing away from you.
Of course.
And then she turns as you approach. Rolun. She smiles. Thank you for coming.
Have we met? I would recognize that face.
What's that?
I said he would recognize that face. I'd sure as hell recognize that face.
Barbasso?
You recognize it?
No, Uncle. I said I would recognize it if I knew it.
Well, you don't
Yeah,
know
Southern draws hard to read
know it.
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
She's an elf, that's all I know.
She's an elf, huh?
Or at least half elf. I mean, there's an ear poking out there, so.
That's
Yes,
not an ear, that's a worm. Yeah.
Yes, this bitch a question. What the fuck is?
You'll find out next time.
Oh,
Yeah,
God
she's
damn
freaking.
it. I can't even find her hand up to look at her fucking face again. Where the hell is it?
Don't worry about it. You don't want to know where it's at.
Well, I closed it.
It's under
Where is
I mean, the picture is literally what the picture is here. There's no
I don't want to
difference.
zoom in all the way. Just
Okay.
It's like shit. Okay, good.
It's under his Admir.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of an ear in that. There's that mirror.
Yep, there's a little bit of
Yeah,
ear,
there
and
you
there's a
go.
little bit of flower.
This looks like an artistic rendition of Esmeralda from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
No, yeah. I can see that. Anyways, guys, I'm excited that I'm on a level and none of you are. It's gonna be real good. I'm gonna be moving ahead in the world.
Why, how much experience do you have yet?
I don't even know, man. I'm just. I had combat. That's the only reason I'm saying
Can you
that.
cast? Can you cast 5th level spells yet?
No, a 5th level, yes.
Does Kurtal get anything weird happen to him?
Cliffhanger of Kurtal. Yes. It was going to be similar to the cliffhanger for Sollyn. Actually, it has nothing to do with the cliffhanger that was going to happen. But fuck it.
Oh.
I'm fucking wheeling and dealing today, folks. Can't
Okay.
hold me back. Where the fuck did this just send me?
Only like 40k away.
Oh, yeah, you got it. for sure.
I got it this
40,000?
time.
Are you level 12?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
At some point... Oh my god, Namuin's there!
It's a lie!
I told you I'd be back.
I wanted to personally
Why'd you
thank
put me in the ground?
I wanted to
Who did
personally
we
thank
bury?
Just had to put me in the water. Now I'll come back alive.
Man, fuck those stunts.
So you come in like Namuin. You were supposed to be dead. Oh, was I? I forgot.
That's convenient. I wish I could do that to all my old characters.
Okay.
That's how the cutouts got to where they were. Anyway,
Alright. And you go in. And there's a reading of Namuin's will. No, there's not. Nobody's reading Namuin's will. Fuck Namuin.
They read it, they just explode. Yeah, that's Stanwood.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Okay. Oh yeah, I need to drag your fucking token. Oh wait, hey, are you still teaching? You don't ever teach anymore. That's right. You're a preacher that doesn't preach, and you're a teacher that doesn't teach. You are a man of many fucking no colors.
Well, the shepherds also like to share information.
Not you, Kurtal.
Well, I'm a shepherd too. I can vouch for him.
You're a shepherd without sheep.
What happens with Kurtal?
Girl. Poof. You go in, and you return, and you see the empty alchemy lab. And it seems strange. You know, there's going to be classes probably coming in, but everyone won't be here. The step stools, they can all go. And it's just kind of a strange place, all empty and stuff. La da 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 da. And you're fucking around there, being all sad and fucking pathetic. Perception check. Till you would notice your cliffhanger. You may not. In which
Alright,
case,
let me open a
you
character
don't
sheet.
deserve it.
Here's hoping. It's plus 19.
Great, googly moogly. And you notice something. There is Namuin's old telescope. That fucking weirdo was always looking at that. He was one of the few teachers that actually had a window, too, to the outside. And you put your die down onto the telescope. And you look through it. And strange enough, when you peer through it, on the other end you see a blue moon. Just kidding. You see nothing but the sky.
That's brutal, dude.
Fucking brutal. That was actually a really cool thing. Like, see, it's still here, but it's not here, sort of thing.
No, it's gone. No, it's gone.
No, it's fucking it's not there. Fuck you. Anyways.
It's just staring up at the sky at an empty point with nothing there. But when you pull your face away, there's a black ring around your eye. Gotcha, bitch.
There's like a little fucking banner just pop out with like a tiny trumpet. Gotcha, fuck.
Shit.
And then you hear from behind you. Who are you?
Pardon me, and then Kurtal would turn around.
I can't see anything. What's happening?
I can't see anything either.
Well, how can you not see anything, fucker?
There we are. I couldn't see anything at first, and then the top corner popped in for me.
Where is everything?
Top left
We're
corner.
not tokens.
Here, let
So
me
yes,
fucking
top left
global
corner.
and illuminate it. This is a
Those
very
are those-
large map. It may not load at all. Well, thank you. Oh wait, no, I can't let you see that. There's hidden secrets here.
Oh, she's evil as shit. Oh, she looks evil as shit.
She's the replacement.
How do you
I
know,
just-
bitch?
Because there's a new teacher here, and suddenly she's in my office.
Alright. You know what we're gonna do?
I mean, your office.
Rolun.
I'm slurring my words, okay?
Well, technically, I mean, you might inherit it. Who knows?
Alright, you guys are not really there.
Okay.
Can you guys see now?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Anyway. And that is the woman you encounter. She crosses her arms and stares at you, not with contempt or scorn or anything like that, just this very curious, blank type stare, this very nonchalant curiousness.
I'm Kurtal Erlin. I was a very good friend and student with Namuin. I was just coming to look at his things.
Many of these things are the property of the Lyceum. You should not remove anything. But, if you need or wish to reminisce, you may. And then
And who are you?
she'll walk in, over to the chair, pull it out, sit down.
Does she just fall on her ass because it was sized for Namuin?
No, it was a big chair.
You remember, all of his shit was huge.
Yeah, he had to climb
Big
up
chair
there.
for a little man.
And she sits down, then turns and kind of looks at you. I am Sagus of Wreath. It is a pleasure to meet you. And whom are you?
As I said, Kurtal Erlin. Wizard, third circle.
And student of Namuin's. Were you one of his advanced students?
I was his personal assistant for a time before I became a wizard and advanced to my own personal studies.
If you wish, I will continue teaching you.
I suppose I would like that. My studies are far from done.
I will try to find what reports he has upon you and the works he was doing with you. But he seemed a bit lackadaisical with records.
No, he wasn't lackadaisical with records. You just have to know where to find them.
And this is where we'll stop. If you want to ask him more questions, you can there.
No, I'm exhausted as well, so I think this will be a fine point to leave it.
Yay, someone else I can interact with in the Lyceum and get extra bonuses on diplomacy checks. Because I'm a drow. Anyways.
I think you misspoke the word evil.
Ilaria's not evil. This person might be.
And that, folks, is session 80 whatever. 85. Remember to tune in every week because you never know, one of these times something might happen. Goodbye.
Crit.